Welcome back. Cannapreneur Partners Canna News Break. Illinois, I tell you, Illinois is just crushing it. For the third month in a row, recreational cannabis sales are expected to exceed $100 million in the state of Illinois. 2.5 million cannabis items were sold in the month of May for Illinois. Here's the interesting part, though. 31% of cannabis purchase, of adult use cannabis purchases in Illinois, were from out-of-state residents. Think of that. 1/3 of all sales from out-of-state residents. This is why you see the Wisconsin governor, Tony Evers, who's a Democrat, saying he is getting tired of hearing about these sales figures. He jokes that Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, who is also a Democrat, always, quote, thanks me for having Wisconsinites cross the border to buy marijuana, unquote, since the neighboring state does not have a legal market. This is going to drive it across this country. Legalization. This very scenario we're looking at. There's no coincidence that state A legalizes, then you start seeing the surrounding states fall in line. Massachusetts was the very first coast on the eastern seaboard to legalize. In the years since that, we've seen Vermont, Maine, New York, now just recently Connecticut. Rhode Island has a vote up. Pennsylvania's going to legalize it. Virginia has legalized it. Once one state falls and the states around it realize, oh my God, look at the tax revenue they're getting from our state. Our residents are going to their state, buying cannabis and putting money in their state coffers. They want their piece. That's why they start to legalize. We've been saying this for the better part of over a year now on these broadcasts. Stuff like this is just proof that that's exactly what's happening. Put these numbers into context. In January and May of January 2020, the very first year of legalization, marijuana sales hit $44 million. They've more than doubled on a monthly basis in just a year since this. If this trend keeps up, and believe me, it will, Illinois could see more than $1 billion in adult use marijuana sales this year. Last year, Illinois sold $670 million in cannabis and took in $205 million in tax revenue. They will take in over $400 million in cannabis tax revenue just in this year alone in Illinois. That's an amazing number, and that's a number nobody predicted when they first legalized cannabis in that state. Cannabis is blowing the doors off all expectations. Illinois is doing the same thing on a national level. State after state is going to see these numbers and start falling in line. I've been saying this for a very long time. It doesn't matter what the federal government does on cannabis. We are going to legalize this on a national level, at a state-by-state level. It's going to get to the point where at some point in time in the future, the federal government will say cannabis is legal now, and it's going to be the 4 or 5 states who haven't got off their ass and got their head together and legalized it. They're going to actually have to do something about it. So, the federal government's theater, but it doesn't matter. We're going to do it at the state level and get it done. So hope everyone has a great day, and we look forward to the next one.